Hey, this is Luke Symes with Salt Strong. In this video, we're going to analyze what a swivel actually does and more importantly, what it doesn't do when you're using a spoon and braided line. And really this applies to any lure that twists, any lure that's prone to twisting. For many years, I thought that if I was using a spoon or anything like it, that I had to use a swivel. That if I didn't use a swivel, my line was going to be all twisted up. And if I did use a swivel, my line would not be twisted up. And I believe that is true for mono, and I'll show you exactly why. But with braid, it doesn't really matter nearly as much as I thought. After I finally made the switch to braid, I started realizing that as I was using the spoon, even though I had a swivel, my line was still getting very twisted, and here is why. So what's happening, and really for the swivel to do its job, it needs to have some forces. So just think about all the forces in play. So first of all, we do have some friction in the swivel. This is a nice swivel. This was the most expensive one I could find, and I just wanted to make sure that this test was as accurate as possible. But there is a little bit of friction, right? There's still always going to be a little bit of friction. It'll be metal on metal friction. And obviously the mono is over here on the right, and now we have braid over on the left. And so what I'll do is I'll show you what is happening with braid, the reason why the line will still twist even when using a swivel when you're using braid line. So I'll be twisting the leader, and I don't have much tension at all, and you can see that the swivel is moving in tandem. So the swivel is not taking any of the twist out. Again, that's because the braid is just not, it's so flexible, it's so malleable that it is not having enough pressure to overcome the actual friction that is in the swivel. Again, which isn't much, but there's really hardly any friction at all on the braid. So again, this is the reason why that even though you're using braid, that spoon is in there twisting. It has just a little bit of tension on the line, and it's really not going to enable the swivel to do much good. And so conversely, right, if I have two monos, right, I'll keep the left one fixed. I'll just start rotating the right, and immediately the swivel is doing its job, right? Because the mono on the left is providing enough resistance to overcome the friction in the swivel itself. So it's basically doing it 100% of the time. It's taking out all of the twist. This is why swivels do such a good job when using monofilament line, because the mono, it doesn't twist as easily, right? It has a lot of feedback. And then we'll compare that again to the actual braid. Put the braid up, and I'll just have, so right now I have about 1 inch pinched off. We'll see how many twists per inch the braid enables before it has enough feedback to stop the actual revolution. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so I think I saw a half turn come out there. So it was around like 6 to 7. Obviously going further. Now we're at 8. So it basically, in 1 inch of braid, before the braid has enough tension to make the swivel actually do its job and swivel, it's like a 6 to 7, if not more, twists per inch. And if you have 100 plus feet of casting line out there, that is a lot of twists that are going to be in your line before the swivel does any job. So for that reason, I've now switched to just not even using swivels with spoons. And again, I just really haven't seen that much of a difference. And I just really like the fact that I don't have to worry about the swivel hitting my rod guides or anything else, or the fish seeing it if they can. I just go straight line to line like normal. This braid is just so malleable that it really doesn't have enough feedback for that swivel to do much good. Because again, on a full strand of line, that is going to be an absolute ton of twists before the swivel actually does its benefit. All right, well, that's it for now. Just wanted to share what I found and just doing this quick test. If you found anything different, please let me know. So far, though, I just believe that these swivels are more optional when using braid. Yes, they can do a little bit of good, but there'll be a lot of damage that will have occurred before the good actually happens. So now I basically just go without a swivel, and then at the end of every trip, I just cut it off, and I'll just drag the braid behind the boat. And what that does, that just clears out all of the twists, and then I retie and I'm back in business. But regardless if you're using swivels or not, I highly, highly recommend dragging the line behind the boat on your way in, just so that the twists that do arise will get cleared out. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with twists that'll never get cleared out, and that's never a good thing. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for your time and watching. Leave a question down below if you have any. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon.
There's something about the water that'll give you peace all by yourself or with with your family. Live salt strong and wear the lines